بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أما بعد, inshallah, we are still going through the surah Abasa, inshallah, Abasa wa Tawalla, surah number 80, and we did already two sections from it. This time the third section, and it is not a long section. It says, قُتِلَ الْإِنسَانُ مَا أَكْفَرَهُ. Woe to man, how ungrateful he is. مِنْ أَيِّ شَيْءٍ خَلَقَهُ. From what material, from what thing did he create him? مِنْ نُطْفَةٍ. From a drop, from a fluid, from a sperm. خلقه, he created him. فقدره, and formulated him, destined, decreed. ثم السبيل يسره, then the way he made it easy for him. ثم أماته فأقبره, then he makes him die and causes him to be buried. ثم إذا شاء أنشره, then when he wills, he will resurrect him. كلا, no indeed. لما يقضي ما أمره, he has not carried out what he commanded him. So these are the ayat for today, inshallah ta'ala. Let us go through the meaning from our book, which is available on the website. You can log on and download it, QSSC.org. المعين على فهم الجزء الثلاثين, the helper to understand the 30th part of the Quran. Now he starts by the dictation or the writing, then or the Quranic script, the way it is written in the Quran, and then he goes through the meanings of the words. He says, قتل الإنسان ما أكفره. قتل خاب وخسر, he failed, he lost. And one of the meanings that the scholars also mention, قتل meaning لعن, يعني he is cursed. And he is cursed, meaning here talking about the disbeliever, the one who disbelieves in Allah. قتل, right? طيب. The word نطفة, قتل الإنسان ما أكفره, cursed, or he lost, the human is at loss, how too much he is ungrateful or disbelieving, right? من أي شيء خلقه, from what thing did he create him? من نطفة, from نطفة, the word نطفة, ماء يسير, he says, ماء يسير, little fluid. This refers to the sperm. من نطفة خلقه فقدره, he created him from that little fluid, and he developed him into those stages, formulated him, the sperm, then the blood clot, then the lump of meat, mudghah, right? Then he clothed or covered this with bones, then he made it into bones, then he covered the bones with flesh, right? As the description in the... So qaddarahu here, put him in those stages, formulated him in those stages of development. من نطفة خلقه فقدره ثم السبيل يسره, then the way he made easy for him. يعني he made the way easy for him. The author here says, بين له طريق الخير والشر. He clarified to him the way of good and evil. This is the choice of the author of this book. Another way the scholars explain it is that he made a way out for him from the womb of the mother, right? He made easy a way out for him. Yani, so it's talking about the creation, then the formulation, the development, then he made a way out for him, right? Yani he gets born, right? This is how they explained it. Al-Imam ibn Jarir is of this choice, At-Tabari, alayhi rahmatullah. The other meaning is this one, that he showed him the way of good and the way of evil, and this meaning is in other places in the Quran, and the word yassara is there too, right? طيب. ثم أماته فأقبره. Then he caused him to die, and then he, subhanahu wa ta'ala, made him get buried. Yani Allah commanded the humans to bury the dead, right? أقبره جعل له قبرا يدفن فيه. He made for him a grave in which he is buried. Yani Allah commanded the humans to do just that, right? To dig and bury the dead. They put لما يقضي ما أمره, then أنشره. So this one, it should be swapped, should be, because أنشره comes before that, right? ثم أماته فأقبره ثم إذا شاء أنشره. Then when he wills, he resurrects him, right? He brings him back from the dead, he brings him back to life. أنشره means بعثه من قبره يوم القيامة. He resurrects him from his grave on the day of judgment. ثم إذا شاء أنشره كلا لما يقض ما أمره. He said, explaining this, لم يؤد ما فرض الله عليه من الفرائض. He did not fulfill, that is the human, he did not fulfill, he did not carry out what Allah made obligatory upon him of the obligations, right? No, indeed, he did not fulfill. The human, he did not fulfill what Allah made obligatory upon him. التفسير الإجمالي للآيات. The general explanation of these verses. يذم الله تعالى في هذه الآيات الإنسان. Allah dispraises, subhanahu wa ta'ala, he dispraises in these verses the human. لأنه معجب بنفسه, because he admires himself, falls into self-admiration. He is a fan of his own self, right? Yani they say he circles around his own self, right? I don't know if they use that in English, but it's imagine, like he's a center, he's the center, and he's revolving around himself, So he is mu'jabun binafsihi. He is an admirer of his own self. Jahilun bimaslahatih. He is ignorant of his benefit. مع أنه ضعيف, alongside the fact that he is weak. Yani, although he is weak, he is admiring himself, and he is ignorant. Yani, although he is ignorant of his benefit and he is weak, yet he admires himself, right? فإن الله تعالى خلق الإنسان من ماء يسير. For surely Allah created the human from a drop, a little fluid. يسير. يسير meaning little, very little, right? يسير, and you have the opposite كثير, right? كثير is a lot, يسير is a little, right? So he created him from a little fluid, يعني a little amount of fluid. ثم جعله إنسانا كبيرا. Then he made him a big human. وجعل له الحواس كالسمع والبصر والعقل. And he gave him the senses, those different faculties of, like he says, كالسمع, like the hearing, البصر, the seeing, and العقل, understanding. والله تعالى بين للإنسان طريق الخير وطريق الشر. And Allah Ta'ala clarified to the human the way of good and the way of evil. وجعله حرا في اختيار الطريق الذي يريده. And He made him free to choose the way that he wants. بعد أن بين له أن طريق الخير يؤدي إلى الجنة. After he clarified to him that the good way leads to paradise. وطريق الشر يؤدي إلى النار. And the evil way or the way of evil leads to the fire. وهذا الاختيار تكريم من الله تعالى للإنسان. This choosing, the fact that the human has the choice, has a free choice, free will to choose, this fact of the human choosing for his own self, هذا, this is تكريم. This is an honor from Allah Ta'ala to the human. فلم يجعله كالحيوانات التي ليس لها أن تختار. Allah did not make him like the animals who which don't have a choice. They don't have the ability to choose. بل إنها مسيرة في طريق واحد. Rather, they are not having free will. They are made to walk on in one way. Right? ومن مظاهر إكرام الله تعالى للإنسان, from مظهر is a manifestation, an indication, right? From the indications of Allah Ta'ala honoring the human, أنه إذا مات جعل له قبرا يوضع فيه. That he, the human, when he dies, Allah made for him a grave in which he is placed in. احتراما لجسده, out of respect. احتراما, out of respect for his body. ثم بعد ذلك يبعث الله هذا الإنسان يوم القيامة للحساب. Then after that, Allah resurrects this human on the day of judgment for reckoning, يعني to be held accountable, for accountability. إن كل هذه الأشياء, surely all of these things, التي تحدثت عنها الآيات, which the verses spoke about, كافية, they are sufficient, لأن تجعل الإنسان يشكر الله تعالى. They are sufficient to make the human thank Allah Ta'ala, ويطيع أوامره, and obedient, يعني and obeying his, he should thank and obey his commands. He should thank Allah Ta'ala and obey his commands. لكن هذا الإنسان للأسف, but this human, للأسف, regrettably, right? للأسف, regrettably, قصر كثيرا في طاعة الله. He has fallen very short. قصر, to fall short, to be deficient, to not fulfill, not to perform as he should be, right? قصر, he has fallen short. كثيرا, very much, a lot. في طاعة الله تعالى, in the obedience of Allah تعالى. وقابل نعم الله عليه بالكفر والعصيان, and he met the favors, نعم, bounties, نعم, he met the favors of Allah upon him with disbelief or ungratefulness, ingratitude or والعصيان, and disobedience. فوائد وإرشادات من الآيات, benefits and guidelines from these verses. Number one, تذم الآيات الإنسان. These verses, they dispraise the human. بسبب تقصيره في حق الله تعالى, because of his deficiency, because he has fallen short regarding the right, regarding fulfilling the right of Allah Ta'ala. Number 2, قدرة الله عظيمة. The ability of Allah is great. وعجيبة, and also wonderful. فقد and amazing. فقد خلق الإنسان من شيء صغير جدا. For he created the human from something that is very, very small. Number 3, أكرم الله تعالى الإنسان. Allah Ta'ala honored the human عندما خلقه على أحسن صورة, when he created him according to the best form, the best image. وزوده بالحواس الكثيرة, and he supplied him with many senses. Number 4, يدفن الميت احتراما لجسده. The dead person is buried out of respect for his body. ويبعث يوم القيامة للحساب, and he will be resurrected on the day of judgment for accountability, for reckoning. تدريبات ومناقشات, exercises and discussions. Number 1, استخرج من الآيات 3 نعم أنعم الله بها على الإنسان. Extract, bring out from the verses 3 bounties, 3 favors that Allah favored the human with. من أي شيء خلقه, he created him.
And farmer gave him many cents for him. Out of respect, he gave his space when he died.
Yes, طيب. So he created him. نعم. From the ayat, from these ayat in specific. So he created him, and then ثم السبيل يسره, he clarified to him the way, right? The way leading to good or to evil, right? Right? طيب. So those يعني 2, and then you have the honoring of the body. طيب. Number 2, this one is more into the grammar. It says نقول للمفرد المذكر قتل الكافر ما أظلمه. We say to the singular masculine قتل الكافر, right? يعني the disbeliever, he failed, he lost, or he is cursed. ما أظلمه, how oppressive he is, right? نقول للمثنى المذكر, we say to the dual masculine قتل what? If there are 2 kafirs, قتل الكافران, الكافران, ما أظلمه ما, right? ما أظلمهما, how oppressive the 2 of them are. Kafir, you add alif and noon, becomes kafiran, that's 2 disbelievers, right? And ma أظلمه, right? For 1, ma أظلمه ما becomes for 2. نقول للجمع المذكر, this time we say to the plural masculine قتل الكافرون, right? You add waw and noon, or الكفار if you want. That's a different يعني جمع, but then كافرون is easy. كافر, alif and noon, كافران becomes 2, waw and noon, كافرون becomes many, right? قتل الكافرون ما أظلمهم, ما أظلمهم. The 2 ما أظلمهما, the plural ما أظلمهم, how oppressive they are, right? نقول للمفرد المؤنث, we say to the singular feminine, right? قتلت الكافرة, قتلت الكافرة ما أظلمها, ها قتلت الكافرة ما أظلمها. لا, it doesn't work. ما أظلمها. He did not do the plural, but قتلت الكافرات ما أظلمهن. Right? ما أظلمهن. Right? طيب, he didn't do the plural feminine, but our brother here, he started it, so we finished it. So it's on his bill, yeah, not on mine. طيب, ما شاء الله, بارك الله فيك. طيب, number 3, اذكر الآية التي تدل على تقصير الإنسان وإهماله. Mention the verse that proves or indicates the deficiency of the human, how the human falls short and how negligent he is. What is the ayah? Okay, but it talks about how much he is falling short and how much he is negligent. Yes. كلا لما يقض ما أمره. No, indeed, he did not fulfill, he did not perform what Allah commanded him to do. Right? So the human is falling short. Number 5, اذكر أمرين ترشد إليهما الآيات. Mention 2 matters that the verses are guiding to. Right? We have 4 benefits and guidelines that here he mentioned. Let's repeat them briefly. The human is dispraised because he is deficient. Allah's ability and power is great and amazing. And Allah honored the human. He created him in the best image, best form, and He has given him, supplied him with a lot of senses, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanded that the dead person be buried out of respect for his body, and that he will be resurrected on the day of judgment for accountability. These are the 4 benefits or 4 guidelines that the author of this book mentioned. So we come to the conclusion of today's talk, and we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to benefit us from what we heard. I would just add one thing that is usually mentioned when it is the issue of the human being created from a sperm, yet they boast and they are arrogant, too much prideful. They say, أوله نطفة مذرة. The beginning of him, the human, is a sperm that is filthy, right? وآخره جيفة قذرة. The end of him is a corpse that is dirty. And وهو بينهما حامل عذرة. And he is between the two, the beginning and the end, he is a carrier of feces. Eh? It rhymes beautifully, huh? Yes. It says, أوله نطفة مذرة. أوله, his beginning, is a sperm, is a little fluid, little droplet, right? That is filthy, مذرة. وآخره جيفة قذرة. The end of him is a corpse that is dirty, right? And وهو بينهما, and he is between the two conditions, the beginning and the end, يعني. حامل عذرة. He is a carrier of feces, right? So the human should not be, too much proud of himself, right? قُتِلَ الْإِنسَانُ مَا أَكْفَرَهُ. Woe to the human, cursed is the human, how ungrateful, how disbelieving he is, how much he falls into disbelief, right? So قُتِلَ here, if it's taken as cursed, then it's to the disbeliever, not the believer, right? Otherwise, خَابَ وَخَسِرَ, as he says, he failed, he lost. مِنْ أَيِّ شَيْءٍ خَلَقَهُ. Why does he disbelieve? From what thing was he created from? Why should he disbelieve? What is it? Let's remind you, O human, who is so much disbeliever or of a disbeliever, what is it that you were created from? It's a little droplet, right? A little droplet, right? And it comes from a place, that is not, it's a it's not something that is very, right? The humans, they feel that to be filthy or dirty, right? The same place where the urine comes from, right? Then, ما أكفره من أي شيء خلقه. Then, من نطفة خلقه فقدره, from a droplet, from a sperm, he created him. Then he developed him, he puts him into stages. ثم السبيل يسره. Then he made a way out for him from the womb of his mother, or he clarified to him the good way and the bad way, right? ثم السبيل يسره. ثم أماته فأقبره. Then he caused him to die, and then caused him to be buried also as an honor for him. كلا لما يقضي ما أمره. It is not like the human claims that he has done and fulfilled the rights of Allah. No, he didn't. He did not fulfill, he did not carry out Allah's commands as Allah wants from him. طيب. So this is, did I finish I finished the three of them? طيب, inshallah, because you asked for them. Yes.
If anyone died as a shaheed in the battlefield, they should not be carried, they have to be buried in the same place.
Yes.
So should be buried?
Yes, and they are not washed or no shroud. They just put in the same clothing that they died in, they just put them in there.
And Allah talk about the non-believers who was boastful and pride. What if some Muslims are, even though they believe, are boastful and pride?
They will share of the blame as much as they have of this arrogance or pride. خير. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. جزاكم الله خيرا.